and welcome everybody. I'm Christian from from Berlin, and today is New Orleans piano time, Dr. John time, and I found the New Orleans classic Tinana being played by Andrew Campbell on his piano channel. I will credit him, of course, in the text box. He's playing very nice blues songs on his channel, and he's got it from the Dr. John New Orleans piano teaching CD. So it's packed with New Orleans idioms and Dr. John stuff, and we will have a look at 2 choruses of that, and I hope you enjoy this. Now let's have a look at a couple of moments that might need help or exercises to practice these certain typical New Orleans moments. For example, we have this right at the beginning. It's very much basically Dr. John is the dissolving of notes with a little ruff here of 3 notes. So here the tip is you stay very close to the keys. Again, like everything you do in the right hand, you find the pressure point of the keys where the basically you find out the sensitivity of where the sound is produced, and you get your fingers aligned, and then it's just practice to get this even, you know. And then you just walk down the notes. It's always chromatic, as you can see. And now you have to be aware that the target note, the beat is on the last note. So it's and then you do that with the third. That's the exercise. And then you do. Okay. I assume when you do this, you're one of the better players. It's not for beginners, especially it's in the left hand, where we are a little less sensitive with the fingertips. So, but it's a great sound. Now we have this. Yes, be fast, and he's very often playing also this one included into the tremolo. Here. Yeah, makes it a little bit rounder. It's also reminding of this in the left hand, you know, always make it a little bit dirtier, dissolving the target note. And here's it's the same principle, right? Let's move on. Now, of course, we have to talk about a very central element in New Orleans piano, also in boogie, but especially in New Orleans, it's these. And I will give you an exercise to practice those. They have to be nice and fluffy, not like chunky, like an elephant on steroids. And you might have watched a couple of my previous tutorials where I, you know, focus on that problem too. And here's an exercise for you. We are on F now, okay? So what you do is you play fourth notes or eighth notes. Eighth note is even better, and you do this with me. And if you can play this, the C has to come with the eighth note, with the second eighth note, every second eighth note in the left hand. You see, my hand is not like that's what like beginners think. Oh, now is that coming a hard moment? I have to contract my muscles, and then it's lost because it doesn't work. It's one motion. It just goes. It's just the fingers, but also the wrist. That is while you play this, you already think of this because it's one move. Okay, here, and don't go too deep, otherwise it's getting chunky. You know, it's got to stay a little bit on the surface, but enough to make sound. So, and the exercise is you see, and then you do. That's your exercise. Then these ones we go down in thirds. Sometimes it's even harder when you slow it down, but it gives the fingers clarity, tells them where they should be at what time. Keep your thumb close to the target note, not here. Very often I see it like this, and then it's you're failing because then it's you hear the break in between these and the thumb. So the thumb is already approaching when you play these. You see? Ah, yes, that's nice, Christian. Okay, so again. And then you go. And if you're good, you do also. But this is a little bit harder here because you have a bigger span here to cover, but same thing. The thumb doesn't have to be there, but just has to be on its way. Okay, and once you manage this, you know, do this for a while. It takes a while, and then you're all set. Especially when there's coming tricky bits after that. Also, that you know, the problem might be you just about manage this, and then you break down in the following bit. Okay, so we have this. That's basically one of the hardest moments here. First, you start with this. By the way, is also a typical New Orleans element. We have that in a couple of, especially like Dr. John, Professor Longhair from the 6th, and then do this jump. It's also a lot, I think, in Memories of Professor Longhair by Dr. John. So, 1. And now, you know, the next bit is coming. So, now that you're all settled with the center bit, it's not keeping you from going on. Because you have to grab over here and be fast. Here. Snap over. and then here. Triplets, yeah? Again. And then the next heartbeat is coming. So you see, you practice each aspect separately. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. And do it slowly. That especially these two bars where you have like, and then you have these 3 heartbeats in a moment. But it's great exercise if you do that. It will help you with a lot of New Orleans piano. This piece, these couple of bars, are so full of typical Dr. John New Orleans bits. It's fantastic if you learn this. Now let's have a look at beginning of second chorus. And why do I show this to you? Because I think I slipped there. I wanted to play something else. And well, it's the we are starting second chorus. And here we have a look. I might have played, and it should have been, like, look at these here. It should be chromatic. I just saw this only now, very sorry. Just saw this making this lesson and looking at my notation. So I might have also played what I took down wrong. So here, we are approaching the F7-9, this wonderful transition, chromatically approaching our target notes, the 7 and the 9. So it should be, and not this one. It's better here. It's slightly better. Yeah, it's better. Okay, so just as a little correction. And then we're coming to one of the hardest bits. It's just and there he wants us, there are 3/3 waiting for us, and it's also a beautiful sound. He wants us to trill this, trill these thirds, and then, so we have 3/3, and the first 2 have to be trilled or tremoloed. And this is tough. We are coming. Well, and try to tremolo with the 2nd and the 4th finger. It's pretty hard. And I can do it, and maybe some of you can do it, but I'm sure Dr. John didn't do it, because very often he's taking his favorite trilling fingers. It took quite opposed to what I was taught in my lessons. Take the ones that are there, because you have to be equally good with all fingers. But Dr. John is not classically trained, but he's still so good. He can, he's very fast in just adapting to sometimes his favorite fingers. And he would probably do 1-3, 1-3, and then you have to do set over. So, my recommendation for you is either you find ways to trill this, or you just don't trill. Well, it's dotted. Did I play straight all the time? It doesn't matter, but it's dotted. Tough bit, so you can play. And arriving at target destination, okay? You might take this one. Okay? Same thing, but we practice that now. You are masters at that. Meanwhile, and then it's yeah, that's all. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Well, if you liked it, please leave your thumbs up. That would help my channel truly. And I hope to see you next time in my next lessons. I say bye bye from Berlin. Tschüss, take care, stay safe.